Hello, Soul Family. Thank you for joining us on this live event. We are currently, to my understanding, at the middle of the Syrian Gateway. And also happy 4th of July for everyone who's in America. I know it's the 5th, but we're still in that energy. And also we're experiencing a new moon as well. We're in that energy as well. So a lot of things are happening. Sorry. All at the same time right now. And we're also going to continue what we have been doing also last week. Our main topic was your guides, like how do our guides function, who do they are, like where do they come from, how are we connected to them, what types of guides can you have, and basically how can we work with them, how can you recognize them, how can you see them, how can you interact with them and actually like actively co-create something or use them to our best of our ability. Basically they're always here to assist us, to guide us, and yeah, like they're our support team and they're here to serve and assist us in our journey. But the only problem is, at least from our end, that we are not very much aware of how they function, who they are. I'm going to take my headphones out. Okay, who they are, how they function, how can we connect to them, because we have forgotten. Also, we have a lot of belief systems that are in the way of actually communicating and working together with our guides in a functional way. So that's also something that we have to overcome. But we have addressed many of these questions in last week's live event. So if anyone is interested, then please do check that out. And also, if you have any questions right now as well regarding the topic, or you just want to like share stories about how you connect with your guides, how do you interact, what kind of signs are you looking for, or what were your first aha moments when you connected with your guides, and you were like, oh my God, like this is real, like share that in the chat box. Or if you have any type of question regarding that, please also share it in the chat box. Or if you're watching the replay, in which case, welcome, then also leave a comment and I will do my best to answer your questions if I can. Okay, so I'm sending everyone much love from Transylvania. I see many people are joining. We have Usher, greetings from the land down under. I believe you're from Australia, if I remember correctly. I'm very excited to see what comes up this morning. Okay. We have also Manstein, hello, from Holland. Thank you for joining. And I see you also have a question. And we have Joycey, hello, from Ireland. And we have Jacaranda Marie, hello. Thank you for joining from Oregon. Great. I'm having some kind of throat issue today, so I will do my best to overcome it. So I see that Manstein has a question. We are now in shift, so to say. What is the most easy way to connect and use the cosmic energy in one for easy and a quick connection? Still not managed to say, have to talk with my higher self. Okay. Yeah, like in general, these connective energies that we're in right now, like from my understanding, in this period, our sun aligns more closely with the star of Sirius, which is considered in many ancient traditions our spiritual sun, because it's a much more high vibrational star, basically. And also in a physical sense, I believe it's like 5 times larger than our sun, and it's called the blue giant, like it's burning in a much more intense way than our local star does. And at this time, we're far more connected to those energies. Like Syrian energies have been a great influence over our evolution in the past few tens or maybe even hundreds of thousands of years, I'm not sure. Like they've been guides and teachers of the human race, and we are kind of intertwined with them. Like we're very much connected to them, especially like people who came in to assist Earth in the shift and like overcoming our old karmic patterns, or to a certain extent, most of them probably are connected to Sirius in one way or the other. So many of us have come in to represent that specific energy, that guiding light in these times of change, basically. Okay, and basically in this time you can use it I believe like during meditations, like I don't specifically have felt the difference, but yeah, like when we had our private channeling sessions, like we had the second one this Tuesday. So also quick note, like this is a new thing that we're doing with my community and also High Vibrations community, that we do these free Zoom meetings basically, where 30 or 40 of us are gathering in one place. And it's a private Zoom meeting. Everyone can join who has the link, which you can access through the community section. So anyone who has the link can access the group meeting, but it will not be aired or recorded or anything. So whatever you say, it stays there. And it's also cool because many people are much more open for discussion and are ready to speak and want to interact and communicate. That's awesome. And during these sessions, I bring through my guides from Sirius, and I let them speak through me. So it's basically a public channeling session in the framework of a private Zoom meeting. So we will have one also in August. I believe we will try to make it on the 8/8 to make use of that sweet Lion Gates energy. And now we try to use the Syrian Gateway energy. We did it on the 2nd of July. I mean, it wasn't exactly at the gateway, but very close. Although if you look online, like each resource kind of says a different date, but kind of we're in the middle of it right now. Okay, let's see. We have also Love Infinitum. Thank you for joining. Sending love from northern Wisconsin, the USA. Thank you for joining. Yes. Yeah, like we can also go into bits, like a very short overview of the guides, like who they are, and just in case if anyone has not joined us last week or has not seen the recording about our guides. So in short, like our guides are always with us. You always have someone with you who is assisting you, making sure that you receive and experience everything that you need to experience, and also making sure that you don't experience what you don't need to experience. They're like assisting you in filtering and navigating this specific life experience for you. They have not always, but somewhat a higher overview of who you are, what your path is, what possibilities do you have, and how to best navigate this reality. In many cases, they are a bit higher above, evolutionary speaking, and in other cases, they can be far higher, evolutionary speaking. But in those cases, people may find that there's a bit of like, I wouldn't say detachment, but like a gap of vibration and interaction, because they're like so different from the point of view where we function right now. So if you have like a 6th, 7th, and 8th dimensional being, like they've been in our shoes in a very long time ago. So that way of thinking and being kind of like went out of their system a long time ago. And like they see things from a far more broader picture. Like they see the whole thing, the whole picture. And they don't really, I wouldn't say they don't consider it, but they don't really go into the nitty gritty stuff of our everyday lives, because like to them, that's a foreign concept, or that's something that they don't have experience with, or not as much at least. Okay, but yeah, like usually in general, our guides are another aspect of ourself on a different timeline, different dimension, different evolutionary stream, however you want to call it. Sometimes maybe a different incarnation, but of course our guides can also be maybe deceased loved ones or someone that you were close to, and they can also manifest in the physical throughout different signs, maybe sometimes even people, maybe sometimes also they can communicate through your companion, like your animal companions. Sometimes they like to draw our attention over something through them, and usually they communicate through synchronicities, through having aha moments, and just things coming together in a very unique and interesting way, which usually happens because they want to get your attention regarding something. Oh wait, we have Lucy Milena. Thank you for joining, and you're from Bulgaria. That's pretty near to me, just to the south. Okay. Yes, and I know like we talked about how do they communicate. Like the easiest way to recognize it is like synchronicities. They're usually like confirming something to you. You're like, okay, like you're on the right path, like go forward, this is okay, like go, go, go. And usually interesting synchronicities can happen. I know everyone loves synchronistic numbers, like now it's the 13 minutes, like 11:11 or 22:22, or interesting dates matching, or weird numerological synchronicities happen. Like I know like people love that. I also enjoy that. So but yeah, like interesting synchronicities can happen many ways. One of my favorites is like if I like ask a question regarding something, or I want a confirmation regarding something, like should I go this way or that way? Like should I do this or that? And maybe there's a completely random person next to me, like having a phone conversation, and they just like answer my question in 2 words at the same moment as I like ask it, and I'm like, oh, okay, like thank you. Yeah, like they can communicate also through that, like external impulses, or maybe you ask a question about something and all of a sudden there's like a signpost in front of you, in front of your eyes, that is like leading you in the right direction, or like it has 2 words that answers your question. And yeah, like this is the simpler way, I guess. Like this is very easy to understand and decipher. And I see we have G Campus. Hey, thank you for joining. And thank you for joining also the channeling session too. Hello, Star Family. I joined at 11:11. Awesome. Okay, yes. And the more complicated way of communicating with our guides is that basically they're constantly sending us impulses. They're constantly communicating with us, sending us inspiration, thoughts, feelings. But the problem is that many times it's very difficult to like differentiate and understand, like, okay, like which one of my thoughts or feelings was an actual communication from my guides, or is my imagination playing tricks on me? And yeah, in the beginning, it's very difficult to tell the difference between your own mind's voice, or your ego's voice, or your imagination, and the voice of your guides, because 99% of the time they will, if they're sending you thoughts, you will hear it through your own mind's voice. So it's not going to be a completely different person just talking inside your head. Like you're going to have thoughts in your own voice, and after a time you will be able to tell the difference. Because in general, how it works, it's not necessarily that they're saying something in your head, or you're perceiving it through your head, but rather you're having the same thoughts and emotions regarding something that is happening at that time, or something that will happen and you need to know about it. It works synchronistically in that way, because as we talked about it, there are another aspect of you, so they're very connected to us, and thus we're able to connect in this deep way that we're having the same thoughts at the same time. That's also how telepathy works too. Like you're not necessarily reading the mind of another person, but you're able to have the same thoughts and like reflect on what the other person is going through, or what is happening inside of them, if that makes sense. If I've described it properly. And we have Jolene. Thank you for joining. Awesome. Yes. But how can you exercise on better understanding and differentiating your own mind's voice from your guides' communications, basically? And the best way to do that, I always say, like, go with your first impulse. Like, for example, if you ask a question or you're exposed to something, maybe a person or event, a possibility to do something, and like your first reaction, your first thought, your first emotion that comes in regarding that is usually a communication from your guides or your higher self, or however you want to call it, your gut reaction, basically. But the problem comes when we stop and start to rationalize what we have just felt, or the thoughts that we just had. We start to rationalize them. We start to put them in a box, Like that's when the ego mind is starting to like step in and like mess things up and distort what you have received. Because yeah, like, and also if you go deeper, when you go deeper into this type of communication, for example, if you ask a question regarding something, if you like have an issue in your life, maybe with your belief systems or some of your relationships, and you ask a question like, okay, like, why is this happening? Like, what do I need to know? And sometimes, or many times, when tough things happen, like they can give you information and impulses and communications that you won't necessarily like, because like they are going to reflect what you need to know. And whenever these topics come up, they are very touchy and difficult to handle, but they're like always sending you the truth. Many times the truth that you've been avoiding for quite some time. So it can be difficult to handle, but yeah, like they're there to reflect to you. They're not there to sugarcoat stuff or to color things. Like at least in my experience, my own guides are like super objective, and like they're not sugarcoating stuff. So if you ask something, like they're going to say how it is. They're going to like not take your, I know, like I wouldn't take your feelings into consideration, but they don't have this courteous way of communicating or going about things in a very non-confrontational way, as we do humans here on planet Earth. Like they say things as they are. So yeah, some people might be offended by it, but that's just how they work. Like you ask the question and they just answered it to you. And also when you're working with heart center energy, when you're activating your heart center, when you're clearing stuff, then yeah, like most of the time, very icky and challenging things will come up, because your heart cannot lie. Like it's the ultimate source of truth. And in order to get deeper into that energy, you have to confront and work through all the dense stuff that has been deposited there and are in the way, basically. And it can be very uncomfortable, but yeah, like we've been doing transmutational meditations, like not always, but many times. Check out the other live events that we have done. And basically you can use the transmutational meditations or forces, for example, the violet flame, to transmute those dense, icky, unpleasant energies. That doesn't mean that you don't have to work through them, but it will be far more easier and effective than just like, I know, like moving slowly and sluggishly through that very uncomfortable period in your life, basically. Okay, so G Campus. How can we get or understand messages from the beyond? Thank you. How do we know for certain who our guides are? Thank you again. Yeah, like what are you referring to as the beyond? The upside down, or however it was called in Stranger Things. I guess the astral or the spirit realm? Not sure. Like, can you please clarify? Okay. Yes, but yeah, like how do we know that they are our guides? I mean, the communications that we're getting are our guides. Yeah, it's a very tricky question. I will do my best to answer. Basically, when you're tuned into your heart center, or when you're in a calm state, like you will able to communicate much more effortlessly. Just like it was in Star Wars, I think, like when Yoda was training Luke, like how will I know the difference between the light and the dark side? And I think he's answered like, when your mind is calm, you will know. So yeah, but the problem is that we're constantly running around. We're very much agitated. A lot of stuff is happening. We're going through a lot of stuff, and in all this chaos and busyness, it's very difficult to focus on these very subtle energies, which are guides, communications coming through. That's a very subtle frequency. So in that very agitated state, it's very difficult to focus on that. But in order to be able to effectively communicate and also to differentiate different energies from each other, you have to bring yourself into a calm and centered state. And also, like, how do you know or how do you know for certain that what you are communicating with is your guide, basically? So when you like open up, like maybe during a meditation or something, always before you're doing that, clear yourself, just as we are going to do today. Clear yourself, put out boundaries, and create a sacred space around you. Like protect your energy, shield your field, your home, and everything, so that nothing that is interfering can get through, basically. And always when you're communicating with, I don't know, like non-physical beings, like always use your discernment. Like how does that specific communication or interaction make you feel? Do you feel safe, supported, beloved, assisted through the whole process? Or does it make you uncomfortable, fearful, or something? Or you feel that you're being controlled? So that's a no-no. That's not a good place to be. So, and even that is not a problem, because if you recognize it, you can say no. Like, okay, like, I don't want to communicate with you guys anymore. Because you always have a choice. But yeah, like you have to be very present always and be centered so you're able to tell the difference, and always use your discernment. As Higher Vibrations has always said, we are great lie detectors. Okay, so G Campus, so ignoring or bottling emotions and feelings can hinder the efforts. Yep, it can definitely do that too, yes. So suppressed emotions is not our friend on the spiritual journey. I know that many people have this, I wouldn't say necessarily like misconception about controlling your emotions. I'm not sure like how it's phrased. I know like many people talked about it. I especially heard in the beginning of my spiritual journey when I joined Buddhism for 2 weeks. Then I decided it's not for me. And yeah, like there was always this question like, oh my God, like you're going to be able to control your emotions and all that. And yeah, like that doesn't mean that you're suppressing them or you're ignoring them and like bottling them up and putting them aside. It's like you are safe and strong enough to experience your own emotions, but you're like, you don't succumb to your emotions. You're able to work with them rather than against them, which is AKA like suppressing them, because that's a very bad way of going about stuff on the long term, especially. Excuse me. Like it can lead to throat problems. You know, people may think now that I'm suppressing my emotions, but I don't know, like the air is very dry here right now. So yeah, like it can lead to many throat problems, also thyroid problems, because like all the suppressed emotions and energies, like we store them in our throat. Like everyone will know that before you start to cry or you're starting to become very emotional, you feel this like pressure or tension in your throat rising, and it's like all those energies and emotional are just like bursting and coming forth, basically. And if you're constantly like swallowing that down and like suppressing it back, like it builds up over time, and built up energy is not very healthy in the long term. So it can cause inflammation in the short term and many, many more problems in the long term. Some of them is even cancer. So we don't want to bottle up our emotions. And the best way to work with that is letting them out, like crying, like even allowing yourself maybe to be acknowledged that you're angry about something. Of course, don't hurt or destroy anyone or anything. But yeah, like acknowledging that, yeah, like you are hurt, you're angry, and yeah, like let it out. You don't have to do it with someone else if you're not feeling comfortable with. But yeah, like be alone, like let it all out. Like let yourself be vulnerable, like cry. Like crying is the best way to release all that built up stuff. Like that's a miracle therapy, basically. And also, I believe if anyone knows, I think some Native American tribes, they have this ritual of laughter, I think, that they like go out into the river, like a bunch of them, and they just start laughing about something, and they like start this, I don't know, like 10 or 15 minutes long laughter, when after a time nobody knows what they're laughing about, but just everyone's laughing, and it's very funny. And it's just like releases and like brings up a lot of dense energy, and like you're releasing it through laughter or through crying, whichever works. Okay. Yes, G Campus. So true, stress is a big problem. Yes, it's a problem for everyone on every level. But yeah, like these transmutational meditations that we're doing should assist with that. And also releasing stuck energies through laughter or through crying, or maybe going out in nature. Like that's the best thing ever. Like going out, interacting with nature, interacting with the soil is superb for releasing stuck energies. It's also very good for releasing the electromagnetic static built up in your body, because we're constantly surrounded by electronics. I mean, like you have my earmuffs, I have a microphone, monitors, my PC, Wi-Fi, lights, like everyone is emitting EMF. You also have your phone, which is also imbuing you with a lot of electromagnetic frequencies, and all those all that electricity is being stored in the body. So we have to release that to a certain point. That's why our electric grid has earthing, basically, because otherwise it will have difficulty functioning. And we are pretty much the same way. We're also very electricity based. I think our nervous system works on an electric basis, I think. And that can build up in our system. We can absorb a lot of it, and we also need to let it go. Okay, so Asher, now we are at the time of frequent visits. How can we decipher if the beings are guides or projected communications? I am seeing the projection on walls and so much activity at night. Okay, let me get a bit of water. Maybe it helps. Yeah, like visits during the night, that's always a very exciting time. Yeah, like always do your energy clearing before going bed, and protect your field, do your protection work, protect your home, do an energetic protection work for your home as well. So you lock out all the interference. It's very important. Now, that doesn't mean that nasty things may have to come in, but we can experience a lot of traffic energetically because we are vibrational a bit different maybe from the majority of the population, and there are beings who are attracted to that. Like just like during the night, if there's a light outside in the street or something, a lot of insects will be attracted to it, not because they're bad or anything, but they're just curious and are attracted to that specific light. And you may experience a lot of traffic in your home because you are that light in the middle of the night, basically. So let's go back to your question. You have frequent visits. Okay. Do you have like ET visits, Asher? How can we decipher if the beings are our guides or just a projected communication? Yeah, like most of the time, like they're there to assist you with something, and especially if they're like ETs, like they're projecting a part of their consciousness to you in order to communicate with you. So even if you like think that you have like ETs in your house or something, they're just like projecting their consciousness, like a little part of their being to you to have a communication, basically. And we can do the exact same thing. It's called astral projection. Like you can project a portion of your energetic field to a specific place and like create an avatar for yourself there, and you can like interact with things on the astral level. And that's kind of what they're doing too, because most of the time, like they will not come in a more direct way. Most of the time because you're not ready, or it's just simply not possible for them, or it will be too complicated to do that. Okay. So let's see. I hope that answered your question, Asher. So Colin, hello Colin, thank you for being here. I'm starting to understand that it's important to believe that your guides are helping you. Yes, even when there seems to be no evidence of it. Will this help me connect with you more evidently? Okay, so they are always putting things in motion, assisting us through whatever we're working through. Of course, this is always something very subtle, just as we talked about, like communication, that really they're like communicating through our own mind's voice, because they're like not intruding upon our free will or personal space. Like they are sending very subtle things, gestures, communications, impulses, inspiration. And also when they're assisting you, like they're not going to do this super bombastic thing. And most of the time it probably will not be evident that they are doing something. Although if you're paying attention, it's not always evident at first, but like after things have settled or things have run their course, or I don't know how you call that in English, you will be able to like look back and like see what exactly happened and how things happened, and like how things have aligned in your favor, basically. And most of the time it's because, yeah, like you were properly attuned, and also you got a lot of assistance with whatever you were doing, and they were assisting you to get where you wanted to be, basically. But yeah, like you said that I'm starting to understand that it's important to believe that your guides are helping you. Yes, well, we don't have to believe, you should know that they're always doing that. Yeah, like they're always with you, they're always assisting you. But the important factor here is that you always have to ask, like they would never intrude upon your free will. So regardless of what difficulties you're going through, like if you have not asked for assistance or guidance, like they're not going to do anything because you have not asked for it. Like this is a free will universe, and we are sovereign creator beings, and they respect our choice, basically. So even though maybe from their perspective they know that, hey, like this guy or lady is not enjoying this or it's not good for him, but they are not going to do anything about it because you have not asked, and they cannot intervene. But yeah, like that doesn't mean that they're not there. So regardless what is happening, they're always there. They're always beings are there to assist, standing by, waiting for you to ask, waiting for your permission to come and do their job. But if you don't ask, they will not do anything. So you have to be very clear and precise of what you want. Maybe sometimes also like how to get there to that specific point. But I would say the best way is to like have a clear intent on what you wish to achieve or where do you want to be, and like let your higher self and higher guidance handle the logistics and the maneuvering, because maybe the path to what you want to achieve is not, most likely than not, what you have imagined it will be, because you think that, oh, like I'm just going to get there on a straight path. Maybe you're going to take a lot of detours while you get there, because that's the path of least resistance. Like that's the path which is most optimal for you to get there, because maybe you have to learn A, B, C, and D before you get to that specific point. Okay, I hope that helped. So let's see, G Campus. I have the habit since childhood, but you are right. It caused me health issues, but now I'm healthier. That's awesome. I'm expressing more. Yeah, like you don't have to do it in front of other people. If you don't feel comfortable with it, just lock yourself out. Lock yourself, not out of the house, but in the house. And yeah, like have a good crying session or whatever helps. Okay, so Usher. The ones they call the archaic ones are watching me. Okay, I'm not sure who those are. I have not heard that. Maybe they could be some ancient beings. Maybe you can ask them like who they are and what they're doing. But yeah, like there are many times or a lot of beings are just observing of like, okay, like what are you doing? How are you doing? What progress have you made? Just as with our guides, basically, if you don't ask for assistance and guidance, like they won't do anything. because they are not allowed to. What are some energetic methods to protect your home from unwanted beings or energies? Okay. And entities. Okay, thank you, Coco. Yeah, like you can Google or write in YouTube like energy protection, psychic protection, and it's basically the same thing for your home as well. I know like many people will go into like smudging sage or using singing bowls or bells to clear the energy of the house, which is great. I did that too. Or you can use the violet flame to transmute dense energies in your home. Like let the violet flame consume and transmute everything that is like stuck and dense. Usually happens, I'm reflected. Usually happens in, oh my god, it's so difficult, in corners. Like I have a lot of corners up there because I have these beams running across my ceiling. But yeah, like energies and dense stuff can get stuck, just as like dust can settle much more easily in corners and sharp areas. So does energy as well. And like maybe dense emotions, past events, things, like leftovers from unpleasant events or energies can get stuck in your house, and they do get stuck in many places, especially if you like live like in my region. Apartment complexes are made out of concrete and metal or steel beams, I think that's how they are called. And yeah, like that's a great substance to absorb energy, basically. So if many past events have transpired there, like all those materials are like sucking up and like holding space for that specific energy. So when you like move into another house or another place, it's a great time to cleanse it, because you're like cleaning everything out that the past owners have left there. So you're not exposing yourself to that as well. But yeah, like check out energy cleansing. Also check out psychic protection, energy protection. There are many ways of doing it. And your best friend for this will be Archangel Michael. Like he's the archetype for protection, truth, and justice. And he's great for like clearing out unpleasant stuff in your life, in your home, and also for protection as well. So I work with him each day. He's amazing. We're best friends ever. Highly recommend checking out some Archangel Michael material too, if you're interested. It will be a great assistance. Okay, so I think now it's really time to start the meditation. So get into comfortable seated position. And I think it would be preferred to like sit with your back straight in a comfortable position. We will start with some breathing exercises. Going to put in some music, so I don't get bored while I'm staying silent. Okay. So we're going to start with some breathing exercises. Taking in breaths through our nose, then letting it out through our mouth. As we're doing that, we're going to calm down our body, our mind, going to slow down, going into a deep and pleasant state of relaxation. We're going to clear ourselves energetically after that, so we are in the best shape as we can in order to properly communicate and interact with our guides. And after we have cleansed ourselves, we're going to raise our vibration and create a sacred space around us, a beautiful place where we can meet and interact with our guides. And that is where the interaction will take place. So let's first start with taking a deep breath in through the nose and letting it out through the mouth. Breathe in through the nose and letting it out through the mouth. Take a deep breath in through the nose and let it all out through the mouth. And as we're breathing in and out, you can feel how your mind and body is becoming more relaxed, how you are calming down, going into a deep and pleasant state of relaxation. A place of perfect peace and alignment. So take another deep breath in through the nose and let it out through the mouth. And as you're breathing in, breathe in peace and clarity. And let out all the tension. Let out all the busyness. Let it all out. Then breathe in a slow and comfortable pace for you. Calming down, going into a pleasant state of relaxation. And continuing to breathe in and out, breathing in through the nose and letting it out through the mouth. Take another deep breath in through the nose and let it out through the mouth. And as you're breathing in and out, you can feel your mind and body becoming more relaxed. Your mind and body is slowing down. Your heart rate is also slowing down because your mind and body is becoming more relaxed. And now we ask the ego mind to step aside for the duration of this activity. We greatly value the perspective of the ego mind. But now we ask it to step aside and be merely the observer. For what is about to happen is of great benefit to all. Now take another deep breath in and let it out. And as you are breathing in and out, take all the busy thoughts, all the things that you want to do later on. Take all the chores and busy tasks of the day and put them in a box. Then put them aside, out of reach, out of sight. They will be there later. They will be there later. But we don't need them right now. We don't need them right now. Take another deep breath in. And let it all out. And as you're breathing in and out, you are sensing how your body and mind is becoming more relaxed. You're becoming clear, in tune and in alignment. And we're going into a pleasant deep state of relaxation and clarity and transformation for the highest good of all life. Now as you're breathing in and out, with all your attention, go to the center of your heart. Sink deep to the center of your heart. Be there. Feel how it is beating. And as you're there in the center of your heart, see and feel a beautiful spark of fire burning inside your heart, made out of white light. It is burning gently, just like a little candle flame in the night, illuminating everything around it, bringing light to dark places, transmuting all density. This is the eternal fire, the pure part of you, the part of you that is giving you life in this form and the next, the part of you that will transcend from life to life. It is a part of your higher self, a fractal of the central sun, a beautiful divine fire that is burning always inside your heart. And now with your breath, fuel the eternal fire inside your heart. And with your attention, let it grow. Let it gently be larger. It is sending warmth and peace throughout your heart. Radiating light. And as you're breathing in and out, this beautiful divine fire is starting to grow. Emanating light, emanating love, warmth and peace. And if any tension may arise in your chest area, it is perfectly alright. You can simply use your breath to release it. And it is your body letting you know that there are still some dense energies that may be in the way. But simply use your breath to breathe in peace and release, let it go, all the tension. And if any may remain, that's perfectly alright. All density will be transmuted by the eternal fire that is burning in your heart. For we are going into deep and pleasant state of relaxation and clarity. And now we ask the eternal fire to rise from the depths of our heart, to come forth from the flower of life, and to spread and flow through all our being, flow through all our body, flow through all our energy centers and pathways, always emanating from your heart. Feel and visualize the eternal fire expanding and flowing from your heart center through all your veins and nervous system to all parts of your body. It is flowing through all parts of your body, through all your muscles and bones. It is flowing through all your organs and soft tissues. Flowing through all your energy pathways and centers. And by now your entire body is engulfed in the eternal fire, radiating white light, encompassing all spectrums of the rainbow. Breathe in the eternal fire into all cells of your being. See how the eternal fire is burning in each cell and fiber of your being, crystallizing the water inside your body. Also, specifically, visualize how the eternal fire is burning and circulating inside your head, balancing out the two hemispheres of your brain. You may also visualize it as from the front view, your head, that this eternal fire is flowing, circulating in the form of the infinity symbol inside your head, balancing out the two hemispheres of your brain, and in the middle is your third eye. Clearing out everything, balancing everything, so we can create more clearer perception, so we can broaden what we are capable of perceiving, activating your third eye, heightening your interdimensional senses, so we can see and perceive the unseen. And now visualize how the eternal fire is flowing forth, coming forth from the heart center, from the depths of your soul, flowing through all parts of your body, and also expanding around you, transmuting all density. You are becoming as a small sun, emanating this radiant bright fire, illuminating everything. And at the very core is your heart. And now we ask the eternal fire to transmute all density, fear and doubt, all limiting belief systems, and bring back everything into perfect alignment, perfect health. We ask the eternal fire to transmute all density, fear, doubt, all limiting belief systems, all density, all toxins and heavy substances in the body, and bring back everything into perfect alignment, perfect health and integration, for the highest good of all life. Mishashana naikutukosha katara takashoto ishihaha shimatrahasha. Jimajaja yatrasha koyukushikatana yatrashaho yashatra. Mininayana yashoko to yatrasha kayatrashaho yashatraha. We ask the eternal fire to transmute all density, fear, doubt, transmute all limiting belief systems, transmute all toxins and dense substances in the body, and bring everything back into perfect alignment, perfect health and integration. Assist us on our journey and evolution. Miyaya shako yakashakata yateshamanana inanaya shamawata. We ask the eternal fire to transmute all density, fear and doubt, all limiting belief systems, transmute all dense substances, all toxins in our body, and bring back everything into perfect alignment, perfect health and integration for the highest good of all life. And now, let your imagination guide you to different parts of your body, your field, that are experiencing more dense clusters of energy. Let your imagination guide you to whatever spot, maybe it's in your field, inside of your body. And it may appear as a dark mist or cloud, or a black tar-like substance, or even almost as petrified coal or darkness in certain parts of your body. Wherever it may be. And now that you have identified it, we ask the eternal fire to transmute all density, fear and doubt, all stuck energies, all sickness, all dense and heavy substances and toxins in your body. Transmute them into the light of life. Bring it back into full alignment and perfect flow. Visualize how the eternal fire is flowing through those parts, breaking up, loosening up all the density, illuminating it. And now the eternal fire has broken up all these dense parts, lightened them up. Some energies may want to leave your body or field, and some will be transmuted into pure light, reintegrating back in perfect flow. And now the eternal fire has completely transmuted all density in your being. And now, beloved eternal fire, bring back everything into full alignment, into perfect integration. And now see how your entire body, your entire being is the eternal fire. You're almost as if a small sun, a beautiful bright star burning in the night, radiating light around all. And now from the center of your heart, shoot up a beam of light, exiting through your crown, going up to the central sun, from where it comes back down again, entering through your crown, going through all parts of your energy system, and exiting through the root, going down into the ground, down to the core of Mother Earth, from where it also comes up, through your body up to the central sun, comes back down again through your body down to the core, and up and down, up and down. And for the ease of visualization, simply visualize yourself being a pillar of fire, connecting heaven and earth. You're connecting the central sun above, the Heavenly Father, the divine masculine aspect of creation. And you're connecting below the divine mother, the core of the Mother Earth, the divine feminine. And in the middle of this pillar of fire, it is you, your heart center, which is also a smaller central sun. You're bridging and connecting heaven and earth, balancing masculine and feminine, bringing everything into alignment and harmony, and being at the center of your power. Feel this beautiful state of connectedness, being connected to all things, to your highest self, to Mother Earth, to all life in the cosmos. And now in this beautiful centered state, we call upon the 7 archangels. We call upon Archangel Michael, Uriel, Raphael, Sandalphon, Metatron, and Gabriel, and Azrael. You may visualize them as 7 pillars of light standing around you. Guide and assist us in this sacred gathering. Assist us in creating a sacred space. Where we can meet our guides, other aspects of ourselves, and interact. And now let us create a beautiful, radiant space of light, a place of perfect peace. You are still this beautiful pillar of fire connecting heaven and earth, but around you form a beautiful place of perfect peace and safety, clarity, of joy, playfulness. And it may look as maybe a forest, trees, a field, meadow, seashore, a out in the open ocean or amongst the stars, whatever makes sense to you. A place where you know that no one can bother you, a place where it's quiet and peace, a place of clarity, a place of joy, where you're safe to experience whatever you want to experience, whatever you need to experience. A place of perfect clarity. And now that you have found or created this beautiful place around you, I ask you to anchor yourself there. Visualize and feel yourself standing there on the ground or wherever you may be. Feel your feet touching the ground. Feel how the heaviness of your body is pressing it to the ground. Feel what is underneath your feet. Is it moist? Is it dry? Hot? Cold? You may also look around, maybe walk around a bit. See what is there. Also touch what is there. Interact with what is there. And just simply look around, feel yourself being there, being at peace, experiencing clarity. And now you're fully anchored in this beautiful place of perfect peace. You may sit down or stand on in the ground. And now we will call in a consciousness or a being or an aspect of you that is most closest to you at this time, who acts as a guide, a teacher, a guardian, however you want to call it, a guardian angel. And we ask this being that is closest to you at this time, and it is there to assist you, and it serves the function of a guide, to present itself in front of you, to reveal itself to whatever lengths it is possible at this time. And this could be anything. Let your imagination guide you. Go with the first impulse. It may be a person, it may be an animal, it may be a light being, an angelic consciousness, a master, or maybe just simply a rock, a crystal, a tree, a symbol, or maybe just a light, a different colored light, or a frequency, whatever it may be. Don't judge it, don't try to rationalize it, just go with what comes first. And now that you have met your guide, your assistants, your support team, you may interact, maybe if it is possible, maybe you can touch him with your hand. Or walk around him or her. Observe interact if it is possible. And also for the ease of communication and further interaction, you may call or ask for a name or symbol, maybe their name, through which you can communicate and access more easily. Maybe it could be a name, something very ordinary or something that you never heard before. Maybe they can give you a symbol. It can be a visual as well. Whatever comes through. And now we ask our guide, whenever we ask for assistance or clarity, or maybe answers for our specific struggles or questions, then we ask that the information will be presented to us in a clear and precise way, the easiest way that we can understand what you're trying to communicate to us. And they also say that you should always communicate in precise ways. If you're asking for something, be precise. You can also be detailed. So precise information and interaction can occur when you ask for it. And simply know that the communication will always come. It is always there. And if you're calm and centered, you will be able to perceive it, because they're always sending you symbols, they're always sending you signs, always confirming that they're there, you are supported, you are loved. We are always with you, you're never alone. We're always guiding you, we're always supporting you. And you're doing well, you're doing great, even though you think that you're faltering or failing sometimes. But that is also part of the process. That is also part of the journey. And that is also part of the learning process. So when you feel that you're failing at something, or things are difficult, use that as an opportunity to grow, to reflect, to see what you can improve upon, so you can shine your light brighter than ever before. And simply know that we're always with you. You are never alone. You are always guided. You are always supported. And you will always receive everything that you need in order to thrive and to prosper in this life. As long as you walk your path, you will always receive everything that you need. You will never be alone, regardless of what you're going through. You are always supported. You are always loved. Ask for guidance, ask for assistance, and know that it will be given. Aho, blessings. And now we thank our guides. We thank you for the amazing service that you're giving to us, that you're always there, that you're always assisting us. We're grateful for your presence and service, and be at peace, be in love, and know that all is well. Now let your guide fade, or maybe they want to stay with you, wherever makes sense to you. But now we're letting go of the place of perfect peace that is fading away around you. And now you're focusing on you being this pillar of fire connecting heaven and earth. Your guides can still be with you. Maybe you're even perceiving more of them at this time, as the place of perfect peace has vanished. You can recognize that they've been always there. And as you move forward on your journey, you will be able to perceive and interact with them more clearly. And now, slowly but surely, reintegrate back all your energies. Bring back all your energy in perfect alignment and synchronicity. Bring back all your fractured energies, all the energies that you have left here and there. Reintegrate back all your life force energy. Reintegrate back all your gifts, all your memories, all parts of you that have been lost or dormant. Reintegrate back into the perfect alignment. And now you have reintegrated back all parts of you. And all your energy retracted back to your physical body. Reintegrate back everything into your physical body. And now you're perfectly integrated, perfectly aligned. Also, your energy field is perfectly whole, perfectly safe and integrated, ready to move forward with your day. You are safe, you are protected, and perfectly aligned. And your guides are always with you, they're always around you, assisting you. You just have to always remember you need to ask. Ask for guidance, ask for assistance, and it shall be given. Now you may start to breathe a bit more quickly, for you have reintegrated back all parts of you. And you're coming back to full awareness and full integration in this physical reality. You're coming back up through time and space, reintegrating back in your physical body in this physical now moment. You're becoming very much aware of your physical body. You can also move your physical body. Now you're very much aware of your physical body, and you are also able to move your physical body. You are becoming aware of your physical surroundings, wherever you may be, in your room, your car, your office, the bedroom, or maybe outdoors. Now you're fully aware of your physical body and also your physical surroundings. And now you're fully integrated back, coming back to being fully present and fully alert in this now moment. And now you have fully integrated, being fully present and fully alert. And now you're fully integrated, fully present, and fully alert, ready to move forward with your day. Or in a case if you are going to sleep, then you will just simply go back to a very pleasant state of relaxation and refreshing rest. Now I welcome you back to being fully present and fully alert. I hope you had a very enjoyable experience meeting your guides. Thank you for joining us for the ride. I hope you had a pleasant 4th of July, or just simply enjoying the summer weather. I welcome everyone back, and if anyone is still awake and not asleep, then please let me know. What have you experienced? Like, what have you seen? And let's see who has the craziest guides in the bunch. So let me see what's happening in the chat too. Hello Donna, thank you for joining. And yes, Asher, yes, I would love to attend your Zoom. I understand what you mean by being a nightlight. I was meaning deeper. I am fully protected. I am completely safe. Okay, yes. Yeah, like regarding the Zoom meetings, I know that there are many people from Australia, New Zealand, and that part of the world. And time and distance is not our friend in this case, because Higher Vibrations is our moderator and she is in the US and I'm in the middle. So I also putting this out right now. So anyone who is listening from the Australian or New Zealand team or in that region and wants to be a moderator, then yeah, like you can message Higher Vibrations or me. I know, like send us an email or on Telegram. I'm also on Telegram. You can find me from Higher Vibrations Light Bearers group, I think. I'm also there. Or the best thing is to just send me an email. And yeah, like anyone who wants to be a moderator for the Australian or New Zealand team, then please let me know. Because I can do the session for me in the middle of the day, which would be for the Australian team, I know, like in the afternoon or in the morning, so not in the middle of the night as we're doing right now, because I think in Australia it's like 3 or 2 a.m. now, I'm not sure. So I can do it earlier, but we need a Australian or New Zealand moderator for it. So anyone who wants to step up and take that place, then please let me know through email or on Telegram. Okay, so back to the comment section. Yeah, we had Higher Vibrations with us. Sending you all much love. Thank you. And also enjoy the new moon energies. Yeah, many things are happening all at once. Okay, so G Campus, you mentioned using Kadosh Kadosh Adonai Sabaoth mantra. Some recites or read Aya Ui Kursi. I'm not sure who that is. Doesn't matter your religion. God is God. Yes. I was raised Catholic, but I seek wisdom from all belief systems I find. Yes, kind of same here, although I was not raised as Catholic, but I was also raised in a Christian environment. Okay, let's get the music out of my ears. Yeah, I always recommend using the Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh Adonai Sabaoth mantra. Like, it saved my ass many times in the past, especially like, excuse me, when you're in a difficult situation, like in the middle of the night, something happens and you just woken up and some weird shit is happening in your, I don't know, like personal space or in your field. And it's very difficult to like focus or like hold space or do anything concrete. But you can always recite the mantra. You can always say Kadosh, 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 Adonai Sabaoth, and repeat it at least 3 times or 12, however you used to do it. The more the better. And basically that raises your vibration and calls in your light team. So it calls in the cavalry, basically. It's almost like calling 911. I think that's the number in the US. Yeah. It's like calling the police and they're going to take away all the nasties and put everything back into place. And basically I recited it so many times that it's like in my subconscious, the Kadosh, 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 Adonai Sabaoth mantra. So even though I'm like in the middle of a dream or some kind of wacky astral experience and like I get an intruder or something happens, like it automatically just like kicks in from my subconscious. And I think like you can also like set it up to yourself or like in a meditation, like do a very precise, I don't know, like set a very clear intent when you're like meditating, like whenever something happens, like I want the Kadosh, 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 Adonai Sabaoth mantra to come up and save my ass in that difficult situation. But yeah, like if you're during your day or you're awake, then yeah, it's much more easier just to recite and think about it. And the more you recite it, the more it integrates with your subconscious. Okay, so Jillian, thank you for joining. Can't wait to watch the meditation later. Yes, thank you for all your work. Thank you very much for joining. Yeah, like, and if you're watching the replay, then just simply imagine that you are with us in real time. Yes, we have Mary. Hello, love and light. Thank you. We have Julie. Thank you. We have Hannibal. Yes. Love infinitum. Thank you. I am Terry. Love on Facebook. Oh, okay. And Zoom. Okay. I probably will forget, but thank you for disclosing that. I had an amazing reconnection with my guide, Tink. Oh, that sounds interesting. Is he or she a fairy? Judging by the emojis. Okay, so yeah, like Donna, amazing 7/7 portal activation. Thank you so much. Yeah, like it's going to be on Sunday. We're going to have the 7/7 portal. Like so many things are aligned all at the same time. Like we have, I mean, it's no coincidence that 4th of July is in the middle of the Syrian gateway. Like, it's not a coincidence that that date was chosen for that specific reason. And also that we're having right now a new moon. We're having the 7/7 portal on Sunday. So many things are aligning as they have been doing in the past 4 years. Okay, so thank you everyone for joining the meditation. I hope it was insightful and transformative. And just, yeah, like you can, if you want to revisit this type of meditation, you can always do it. It doesn't have to be. So we're doing these meditations, but it doesn't mean that this is the only time it will work. Like I try to do this type of universal way of doing them. So if you want to do this, maybe the next year or in 3 months' time, you can totally do that. And just simply like imagine that you're with us, we're all present, and we're doing it together, and that energy will be there. Okay, so Maria Berkheim, yes, thank you. That was beautiful, awesome. Thank you very much for joining. And we're still getting a Jacqueline. I think we did something or exchanged emails, if I remember correctly your ID. I feel amazing too. Definitely a large space has opened up within us. Density has been released. Thank you. Yes. And Joycey, blessings. Thank you so much. Yes. Yeah, like the reason why we do all that transmutation at the beginning of the meditation is because we have so much density like stuck in our system, which is basically hindering us from actually doing very refined and subtle work. And in order to tune into very subtle energies and perceive them, you have to be clear, you have to be aligned. So if your mind is racing and you're very emotional or distressed or even fearful, like it's not going to work. So fear and everything that comes from it, like that, just like instantly kills any type of subtle energy work that you might want to do. Okay. Donna, I connected with, I believe I'm connected with the Hootie. Oh, that's awesome. Congratulations. And Colin, thank you, Guardian. And the open channeling session have helped me a great deal. Awesome. Thank you. Awesome. We're going to do one on the 8/8. At least that is the plan so far. But many things can happen until then. So keep an open mind and flexible schedule, as we always try to do. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining. And have an awesome Sirian Gateway. Enjoy the new moon energies. And we will see each other next week. Have a great